I've come up with the perfect analogy of all time. It's absolutely appropriate. Um, it's very apropos to what Canon is currently doing. You ever heard of like a battered wife syndrome? It's where the husband beats the wife, and it's just a horrible thing. Of course, she's covered with bruises, and yeah, it's just horrible. I mean, you can't make a joke about that. I'm not joking about that. This is exactly the same sort of mentality that goes on with people that are stuck with failing camera systems. Like the police will get a report, and they'll find that the woman's covered in bruises, and it's just like, why don't you leave the guy? It's like, well, I've been with him for so long. I don't think I should leave. It's like, well, that's not a reason. That's like someone saying, well, I've been with this camera company for so long, or they'll say, I have children with him, and this is actually very sad. This is not funny at all, but the two of these things are almost identical as far as the mentality. Someone will say, well, I've got children with him, and I just wouldn't want to do it because that's like someone saying, I don't want to leave this failing camera system because I've got X number of lenses from this camera system, and it's like, I don't know, I've got all this Canon glass, and I think I better stick with Canon. And, maybe it'll work out, in another few years they'll come out with a good camera, and then I'll be happy, And it's the same sort of thing the police hear out of battered women. They're like, you need to, you need to move on. You need to, shut the curtains on that part of your life. Well, I don't know, it'll work out, maybe it'll work out, and, she's wiping the blood from it. That's not funny at all. But, I mean, it's the same sort of mentality. It's like it's like, I don't know, I've been with this kind of camera company for so long, and I think I better stay. Or I've got glass lenses from this camera company, and I just need to stick with it because I've got these lenses. It's it's the best analogy I could think of. It's there's an old saying for this. It's like you stick with what you know instead of what is probably excuse me, and logically better, a wiser, better logical choice. It's kind of like it's like these people that have been in prison for so long. When you let them out, they're like, oh crap, I'm not used to this. It's like obviously better, you could go eat and do what you want, but they're so used to being chained into a little cage. It is that sort of mentality. Not saying they're exactly the same thing, but they're pretty damn close. So, anyway, bye.